Please help me to reach 500 subscribers. You grow up believing you can map out your life ahead of time. You imagine the milestones long before they arrive. You rehearse the smiles, the laughter, the soft, perfect moments that feel too beautiful to be real. My baby shower was supposed to be one of those days. Sunlight poured through the tall windows of the rented hall, catching on ribbons of pale blue and soft yellow that decorated every corner. The room smelled like vanilla frosting and fresh lemonade. Friends and relatives filled the space with warmth and chatter. My husband, David, stayed close, his hand resting gently at my back as he guided me through the crowd, proud and attentive. I was 32 weeks pregnant, glowing with happiness, convinced that nothing in that moment could go wrong. It was the kind of calm joy you wish you could preserve forever. But life doesn't ask permission before it disrupts your peace. I was seated in front of a pile of gifts, tiny outfits and plush toys stacked around me. David knelt beside me, theatrically holding up each baby outfit and joking about who our child might resemble while wearing it. Laughter echoed through the room. My mother wiped away tears of happiness. It felt unreal, like a scene lifted straight from a film. Then suddenly the laughter stopped. Not gradually. Instantly. I froze mid-motion, holding a pair of impossibly small socks. When I looked up, I saw him. Mark. My ex. The man from a chapter of my life I thought I had closed for good. The man I had spent 4 chaotic years with before everything finally fell apart. He stood near the entrance, looking older, tired, holding a poorly wrapped present. His eyes scanned the room and landed on me. My stomach twisted into a tight knot. A strange silence settled over the guests, thick with confusion and unspoken questions. My heart slammed against my chest, panic racing through me. Why was he here? How did he even know about this? David sensed it instantly. His playful expression disappeared. He stood slowly, his body language shifting, not aggressive but protective. He glanced at Mark, then down at me, silently asking for reassurance. I shook my head slightly. I hadn't invited him. I didn't want him here. That was all David needed. He walked forward calmly, deliberately. The guests parted without a word. I held my breath as my past and present collided in the same space where our future was being celebrated. David stopped a short distance from Mark. The tension was almost visible. Mark, David said evenly. It wasn't a greeting. It was recognition. Mark shifted awkwardly, lifting the gift like it might justify his presence. Hey David. I heard about the shower. Just wanted to say congratulations. Drop this off. David didn't look at the gift. His eyes never left Mark. That's thoughtful, he said politely, almost chillingly so. But this is a private family event. You weren't invited. The blunt honesty made Mark flinch. He tried to laugh it off. Come on, man. We're adults. I just wanted to wish her well. For old times. That phrase changed everything. For old times? David repeated quietly. Those old times are exactly why you don't belong here. He gestured around the room, at our family, our friends, at me and my rounded belly. This is about our life and our future. You're not part of it. You need to leave. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't threaten. His words carried certainty, final and immovable. Mark looked past David, searching my face, hoping I would step in, hoping I would soften the moment. But standing there, watching my husband defend our family with such calm strength, any lingering sympathy I had vanished. Mark was nothing more than a shadow from a life that no longer existed. I met his eyes and shook my head again, this time firmly. He understood. The tension drained from him. His shoulders sagged. He stared down at the gift, suddenly meaningless. Okay, he murmured. I get it. He turned and walked out without another word. The door closed behind him with a quiet, decisive click. The room remained silent for a heartbeat longer. Then David turned back, not victorious, not smug, just steady. He came back to me, knelt down and took my hands. Are you okay? He asked softly. I nodded as tears filled my eyes, but they weren't born from fear. They came from relief, from love, from feeling completely safe. In that moment he hadn't just removed an unwanted guest. He had drawn a line around our family and stood firmly on it. The celebration slowly resumed. Music played again. Conversations returned. But the meaning of the day had shifted. It wasn't only about welcoming a baby anymore, it was about witnessing a bond tested and proven strong. Later that night, after everyone left and the hall was quiet except for crinkled wrapping paper and stacked gifts, I asked David how he stayed so calm. He pulled me close, resting his hand over my belly, and said there was nothing to be angry about. He's just a reminder of a life you don't live anymore, he said. All I had to do was show him where the exit was. That was the day I truly understood what protection looks like. It isn't loud or dramatic. It doesn't require fists or shouting. It's steady, certain, unshakable. It's a husband who sees the past try to intrude and calmly makes sure it has no place in the future, because the only thing that matters is the family he's building. The past showed up uninvited. My husband made sure it never sat down. Please help me to reach 500 subscribers.